I believe that many Windows game players will be surprised to discover top-notch and high-quality games for Linux. Up until recently, we were not able to install these awesome Linux games into Batocera. Fortunately, with Flatpak, we are finally able to enjoy many of these premium Linux games. The best part, all these games are absolutely free. With Batocera Beta 32 and above, we can finally install these games easily into Batocera. For this tutorial, I've collected the top 15 games you can find in Flatpak for Batocera. This freeware collection includes games from different genres, so there's something for everyone. Consider this list as my editor's choice, and I believe you're going to have an absolute blast with these games once I show you how to install them. Let's do it! Everyone, and welcome to Batocera Nation. So glad that you could join us. As mentioned, today we're going to install some great free Linux games. In case you don't know, this is a two-part tutorial. Last time we focused on the top 10 retro-inspired Linux games. Today we're going to focus on the top 15 premium and popular freeware games that you can find on Flatpak. I truly believe you're going to be impressed with a lot of these games. The first thing we need to do is to head over to a Batocera system. So let's do that right now. Okay, so we're here in Batocera and we are ready to install our top 15 Linux games collection. To accomplish this, you will need to be running Batocera 32 or above. If you're running Batocera 31, you can upgrade your system from Batocera 31 to Batocera 32 Beta. And to do that, go ahead and press Start on your gamepad or space on your keyboard. And go into Updates and Downloads. And then turn this on. And update type, make sure you choose Beta. And then go ahead and start the update. It's going to take a while, so you need to be patient. Now then, the next thing we need to do is to determine your IP address to your Batocera system. To find that out, just go ahead and press Start on your gamepad or spacebar on your keyboard. And go into Network Settings. And then right there, IP address. So copy that down on a piece of paper because you're going to need that information for the software we're about to use. All right. So once you copy your IP address, go ahead and leave your Batocera system on, okay? Because it has to connect with your desktop. All right. So now I'm going to move over to my desktop. Okay, so we're back on our desktop and we're ready to install Flatpak on our Batocera system. Now, I got to warn you, this is a little more complicated than what we have been doing in the past. So I am going to go ahead and create on my website a page, okay, right around here called Flatpak. And that will give you a detailed step-by-step instructions. So if you don't follow everything in this video tutorial, don't worry. Just go to the website, go to the page, and you'll see all the step-by-step instructions, okay? All right. So the first thing we need to install two pieces of software. This is the first one, okay? So go ahead and download that, okay? The second piece of software you're going to need is called Putty, okay? For your Windows users, download this right here. And I will be providing a direct link from the website, okay? So this one and this one. All right, so let's go ahead. I already got this already installed, okay? And let's go ahead and load that one up first. All right, so remember I asked you to go ahead and copy your IP address of your Batocera system? This is the reason why. You need that information right here, okay? Keep this the same, keep this the same, 22 and SFTP, okay? Your username is root, and it always will be root unless you change it. Your password is going to be Linux, Linux, okay? Not capitalized, okay? So once you got that, let's go ahead and log in, okay? That's your Batocera system. All right, so let's go up and let's go into this folder. All right, and let's go into Flatpak, okay? Then just go into the info text, okay? This info text is absolutely essential. This gives us all the commands we need to be able to successfully install Flatpaks and the apps that we want to use, okay? So I've got that. I'm going to close that out. I've got that already in my Notepad++, okay? All right, so I'll keep that handy, all right? Now we also need to install Putty, okay? And if you click on that, it's going to tell you that it's not found. This is where you need to put Putty, in this folder. Program files x86 and Putty, okay? So let's go ahead and minimize this. Go ahead and install Putty. All right, so we don't want it there. That's the default folder, program files. We don't want it there. So we're going to have to change it to right here. And then put Putty. Okay. Install. Okay. Close this out. Let's go back to this app here. Go to Commands. Go into Open and Putty. All right. So there we are. All right. So the password is like the other one, Linux. Now your cursor won't move at all when you're typing it, so don't worry. Okay, hit enter. All right. So now we're going to that file we had earlier, okay? The first thing we need to do, we need to install the repo, okay? So go ahead and select all of that. Copy. Minimize it. Go back over here, right-click on it, and it should automatically appear. See that? Automatically appears. So go ahead and hit enter. Okay. But now we're ready to proceed. All right, minimize that. Now we can go over here. I also will be providing a link. FlatHub, okay? This is the place where you can find all the different Linux apps. All right, so for this tutorial, we're going to focus on these 15 games, okay? This is the first one. This is the real-time strategy games with Ancient Warfare. You can see there, it's pretty good quality right there. Okay? And then the next one's going to be this one, Battle for Wesnoth. And this is also a strategy game with high fantasy theme. Thank you. Okay. Then we have Endless Sky, which is a space exploration combat game. And then we have Flare. This is a 2D action role-playing game, okay? And it is inspired by the Diablo series as well, okay? All right. Then we have this one right here, which is another Space Empire Galactic Conquest computer game. But this is a little more complex. All right. Then we have this one right here. This is kind of like a Japanese visual style novel, okay, which is becoming increasingly popular nowadays. And it's got high quality illustrations as well. Okay, if that's your kind of cup of tea, then you'll love this game. Then we have this one, Minetest. This is impressive. It's like a Minecraft clone. It's not focused on combat, as far as I know. It's more like building and designing and creating stuff, okay? But it's pretty impressive. And you don't need a super duper computer to run this, okay? Let me show you some screenshots. Then we have OpenArena, which is an open source first-person shooter. I believe it has a single-player mode and a multiplayer mode as well. Very good quality. Okay, and the gameplay modes you'll find is Deathmatch, Team Deathmatch, Tournament, Capture the Flag, Elimination, Last Man Standing, and Double Domination. Okay. Then we have this one, Pioneer, which is a space adventure exploration type of game. Okay. Then we have this one, Runscape. This is a role-playing type of fantasy game, okay, which is really popular right now. You can join for free, okay. You have to sign up at this website, create an account with them, and from there you can play it within Batocera, okay. And it looks pretty cool as well. Then we have this one here, Teeworlds. It's not high quality graphics, but it's a multiplayer shooting game, and it's really popular right now, in fact, because you can play with people from all over the internet. Okay, then we have this one here, Tremulous, which is another first-person shooter with elements of real-time strategy. Okay. All right. Then we have this one here, Veloren. This is actually very impressive, and it's a combination of Minecraft with Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Check out these graphics here. And we have this one right here, Wolfenstein Blade of Agony. This is a story-driven first-person shooter, okay, inspired by Wolfenstein. It's also pretty impressive. It's amazing how much work they put into this. Okay, and then finally we have this one here. I don't even know how to pronounce that game right there, but it's a multiplayer first-person shooter, okay? Show you the graphics there. High quality visuals. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and install these games. Now, I'm not going to install all of them here one by one because they'll be very time consuming for the video. But let me just give you one example and you can take it from there. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and install this right here. Okay, so what you got to do for all these games right here, you got to go to the bottom of the page and you'll see this command. This is the command that you have to copy and paste into PuTTY, and that will allow you to install the game. So go ahead, press the copy button right there, and pull up PuTTY, and then right-click on the mouse, and you'll pull up the command right there easily. Hit enter, and then I'll ask you a bunch of questions. Always say yes with a Y, and then from there it will download the game and install it in Batocera. This one's not that big of a file. Some of the other games do require quite a bit. All right, so yeah, we're done. If I type Flatpak list, I get to see all the games already installed, okay? And let's say after you install all these games here, okay, all of them the same process. Let's say you try it out and you didn't like it at all. Well, to delete them, or delete any game, just type this command. Flatpak remove, and then the name of the file. So, for example, for this one, if I wanted to delete, remove free, this one here, hit that, hit enter, and it will delete the game, okay? Before we go back to the Batocera system, we need to do one other command. It's very important. You gotta go into this one right here. This one right here. Batocera Flatpak update. Just go ahead and select it and copy it. Copy it, minimize it, and enter. Now it's updating all the permission for all those files, okay? All right, it's done. Let's go ahead and exit. Type exit. All right, now let's head back over to our Batocera system. Okay, so we're back in Batocera. Let's go ahead and press start on the gamepad, game settings, update games list. All right. If you look around, it doesn't seem like it's there at all, right? But it's there. Go to ports, and then you'll see the apps. It'll say Flatpak. Okay. All right. So to separate that from the regular ports, just go ahead, press start again. Go into game collection settings. and then select Group Systems, and we want to unselect that. Okay, unselect it and then go back. All right, now there's Applications. Okay, so here are all our games, and we are ready for some gameplay. I'm not going to showcase all 15 games. I'm probably going to show you about 10 of them or so, and I will let the games speak for themselves. However, I got to tell you that not all these games support gamepad. In fact, probably you're better off playing with a keyboard and the mouse with some of these games. All right, so let's get into some gameplay.
ESD. left. Triple kill.
Once again, at our website, BatocereNation.com, we have a page dedicated to Flatpak, okay? Okay, so that is a wrap. If you found this video useful, please go ahead and like it. That would really help me out with the YouTube algorithms. And this is your first time watching Batocera Nation, please go ahead and check out our website, BatocereNation.com. That will give you a great overview of Batocera, and that will help you to determine whether Batocera is right for you for your gaming needs. So for my next tutorials, I have a series of Flatpak acts I'm going to cover. Something for everyone, including for retro gamers. And if you're not subscribed, please go ahead and consider subscribing. I've got a lot more tutorials coming up. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time on Batocera Nation. Bye.